That's the wrong one. Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome back to the jungles of Chult and the Forbidden City, as we rejoin our adventurers as they are searching through the ruins of Ormu, that lost city, forsaken by Ubtao and left to rack and ruin, and the tricksy gales of the 9 trickster gods that came in and took over in the vacuum left behind by that god of Chult. And also the ruling seat of the final empress, the grandmother of Amaris here. A fact that was noticed when they picked up a scribe and scholar that had been traveling with Red Wizards of Thay, also plundering the ruins here. And amongst the other factions to look out for, there are the Cobalt Trapsmiths, employed by their Lich Lord to reset and maintain the traps that the Ormoans built in the temples of the 9 trickster gods. There are, leaping from rooftop to marshy bog, the grungs in their various multi-hued froggy forms. There are veggie pygmies scuttling here and there, the various tribes battling, vying for control of the streets after they were brought here by a cosmic event. A huge meteor that crashed into the city, tore the rift down to the very magma beneath, and caused various patches of russet moles to spring from the stardust that was scattered throughout the city. And the russet molds gave birth to the veggie pygmies. And the worlds of Card Sagan, we are all made of star stuff.
Circle of life. Da, 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 da,
Indeed.
da.
Indeed. And, of course, nestling in their temple beneath the ruins of the royal palace, there are the insidious Yuan Ti of ex-warlord Rasnisi, who, in his foiled efforts to raise an undead army against the lost city of Mesro, bamfed away into other planes, came here. Ah, Rishi, cheers, you legend.
Oh,
Came here and underwent a transformation to become the leader of these Yuan Ti. And it is here, with these various factions vying and fighting for control of this ruined city, that our adventurers have come in an attempt to stop the Lich and his soulmonger, and potentially to reclaim this jewel of the lost jungle south for Amaris. Thank you for these gifted subs, everyone. Look at that hype train.
present.
All aboard.
Oh.
All aboard.
All aboard!
Toot toot.
I don't have the mutton chops for it. Call back to my university days and breakfast television in the
You
UK.
had mutton
University
chops?
days? No, unfortunately not. There was,
man, I was like,
I
are we
wish.
going into the
I
deep
wish.
lore? Do you have the handlebar mustache?
Pompeladom, new to the stream. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. Thank you for the follow. Where are we in the module level-wise? We are level 5.
We did it.
6 now, actually.
Yes.
Yes,
that's
that's
After
level
all
6
these
now.
years.
We were 5 for a long time,
You
but
were,
now.
yes. They have found the lost city, Pompeladom, and they are seeking to claim the keys necessary to delve into the lair of the Lich beneath.
Okay, so that's what we're doing.
Rishi gave a spin to all of us. Pixie, who would you like your spin to go to?
Arigato nante.
Look at that, level 2 hype train already. Hey, Christina. Cheers, Phantom. Good to see you, mate. Okay. So we need a spin of the wheel. Anyone, if you would like to support the channel and keep the lights on and cause some shenanigans while you're at it.
And chaos.
Subs and gifted subs. Scarlet gets 2. Okay.
Oh, baby.
So, starting off with moi.
Inky.
Spin, 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 spin. I get...
Edge.
Oops, all intelligence. Damn straight.
You already have
Ember's
that.
Cheers, man. Ember's first.
Wait, we have a
no
spin of the
fails.
wheel?
Wild Magic Surge.
Right.
Embra, it should be noted, this is your 4th A Friendly Monster.
Oh my god.
I have no. You gotta understand when it comes to this game, to me playing on your games,
Yeah.
the ratio of Wild Magic Surge to not Wild Magic Surge is 70% to 30. I think over the total.
In the wheel options, there might be quite a few more Wild Magic Surges than any other option.
I know,
full
but I
transparency.
still always get it.
Rude.
Always guaranteed. I love it.
Okay. So, that was also a Wild Magic Surge for Waku.
I am fey enough that this is important.
Oh, yeah.
So, Embra, just make a note of these times 4. And
Wait, do I need to re-roll those, or do you still have the numbers already?
I do have the first 3.
All right, I will give you the second.
Hugh coming in with a +1 weapon. Enjoy.
Oh.
Gonna be a very interesting week.
And Amaris with a Wild Magic Surge.
No!
So
Yes.
I do already have a
Chaos.
+1 weapon.
And so it becomes a +2.
Oh,
And so that's Hugh with a +1.
the purposes of magical
And
damage.
Embra with a second spin.
A second
A cheeky
spin.
plus
They
Wild
are
Magic
coming up
Surge.
with All Constitution. I will do your.
Oh, I
character
like
sheet
that
for
one.
you. Thank
Yes,
you.
please.
I'll do your sheet here. Override
Thank you.
score.
Okay. The
Any-
new numbers, by the way, to add on to the other 3 are. Wait, am I 4 wild magic surges or 5?
4.
Cool.
I
It's
need one more.
48.
And 48. Okay, so we have an 87, a 38, a 4, and a 48. Okay.
That's a lot of
Wow.
8s.
There is. Thank you, Pixie. Okay, Friendly Monster got a D&D game done today after 15 weeks of cancellation. Oh, short session today,
Excellent.
but nice. I'm glad you got to play again, Friendly Monster.
Feel
Right.
that.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, we haven't had everyone here for a long time, so it's lovely to see everyone. Oh, Waku. Oh, there's your crystal there.
Hello.
Everyone has a
I have-
crystal,
I-
also, by the way. You can choose to roll with advantage before you make the roll.
Hey.
Everyone can only have one
Pathetic.
crystal at a time, so hold off on those Dream Pie channel points if you got them. And let us head
them in
over
the
to
barrel.
this beautiful map of ours, which I hope is
So we
still
have a friend
running.
now?
It is. Hey. Ah, damn it, no. It
Yes, we have the
Okay.
scribe, the one that can read the stuff that I couldn't always read.
Yes,
That's
Orvex.
useful.
Orvex is
Yes.
with you. Yes, he does read old Ormoan kind of cuneiform script.
Thanks, bro.
And but yeah, we let Amaris have a go first every time because he's encouraging this quest for knowledge.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of your teaching self.
Okay.
Or
so
if
here
it's
we are,
cosplay
folks.
when.
Here is the beautiful city map, massive map that it is.
Good map.
These
It's pretty.
neighborhoods ringed in yellow are the ones they have already figured out and searched through. Not so many yet. Thanks for the hype train, everyone. And so you can see we've got two zones that they finished looking through. They also
pool.
explored this abandoned campsite here, this little campfire you can see in the streets there, where they've discovered some other ill-fated adventuring company had come to their demise. And when they rescued the scribe Orvex down here in the south, you can see little baby Hugh token there.
He's tiny.
Represents where they are. They discovered the camp of the Red Wizards, where they had been attacked and decimated by those UNT. There was also a UNT spirit pole where they had burnt their dead and wrapped the snaky skeletons around a spear planted in the ground. Then they went out the back to that little pond and square building there, which
Somebody's
was
full?
one of the temples of the trickster gods. It was
Eh.
the temple of... Please hold.
Your
that was a big
campaign
giant
is
frog.
important to us. Giant frog?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
There
it
was
was
the
the giant frog
Froghemoth.
that
It was the Froghemoth
Froggy.
one. I'm just trying to remember his name. Dwellers of the Forbidden City.
Bob.
There we go. Area
Bob.
3.
Rachel.
Kubazan, the shrine to Kubazan, the
That's what it
Froghemoth
was.
spirit, and they retrieved a small magical cube from inside, which is
You know.
Are we getting rubrics? I know Rubik's.
Ball bearings.
I do love magic.
Ball
Ball
bearings.
bearings to the fore. Okay, so difference. We join you there at the, I think the end of the day, because
Yeah, we went back to the little kobold place that.
Mhm.
The one at the top.
Yes, that should be
right?
mentioned. Those cobalt trapsmiths that we mentioned before.
Our friends.
Are now
Yes.
our friends because Waku, the great and powerful Waku, the Cobalt
True.
Warlock,
The rumors are true. I am
Rumors are
great.
true.
Powerful.
had taken over control from their pretender sorcerer,
How dare.
who was merely promised that he was going to be turned into a dragon, whereas Waku is actually slowly turning into a dragon. Okay,
You do have the wings to prove it.
We do.
so let us start with a little kind of campfire moment just to kind of get everyone back and together here as you are in the cellars of the old market hall. The little kobolds are kind of yapping around you, and whilst you're chatting to each other and deciding what to do on the morrow and talking with Orvex, I will fix these damn cameras.
Beep, 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 beep.
So over to you, friends.
So I figure we should decide what to do tomorrow.
Just to clarify, because I was not here last session, is there any really important lore drops that I missed, everyone?
Lore drops, not necessarily. We did go through a like the trapped room. So
Okay.
what we did, I American Ninja Warrior that shit across.
Hell yeah,
and
you
then
did.
Grabbed this little cubey thing, and then as I was grabbing the cube, I put my ball bearings on top of it so that it wouldn't attack, and then I ran back around.
So you did
So
the,
now we have
the Indiana Jones vibe. Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Understood.
And then we got the scribe guy that can read what I can't read whenever I don't make my checks.
Okay,
To
understood.
save him. pretty
We've
much-
got the backup. The backup
Yeah, we have
encyclopedia. All
We have a
right.
backup encyclopedia.
And just a clarification, who are the Trickster Nine Gods?
There are some gods who are
They were to do with the, what is it, the statues in the, what is it, the streets, right?
yeah.
When we were
Yeah,
making
the-
jokes about Monkey Avenue.
They're
Yes.
you know, they're a tricky bunch. They're kind of hard to pin down. Exactly. Looks over to others.
Are they particularly friendly, or are they at war with each other?
You know,
Well, that's a good
I
question.
don't know.
I gotta be real with you. He looks around, looks at the ruin. They might be dead.
Oh, but are they dead in the? If they're gods, are they dead in the the previous death killed by the Raven Queen sense, or are they dead as in they are not of a mortal body?
I mean, like gods can
Are they
die. Like
anything-
that's a thing.
So are
Right?
they anything like gestures itself? Because like of the weirdness that is the state of Embra, I guess. For those, I suppose, in the chat who may be new to this game and not in the know, Embra is is counts as a creature, but is technically a construct.
Again, I gotta be real with you. I'm not really a scholar on.
But you also have so much experience with dead bodies.
Yeah, most
Yeah, good
most,
point.
most of the bodies are like not divine in nature, but you know,
Oh,
like
so
normal,
your powers.
normal dead bodies.
So, does that mean dragons don't do divinity in the same way? I'm sorry, this is all very new to me still.
No. You know, it's more like when they're not Tiamat, they don't really care, kind
Oh.
of thing.
And in this moment, Embra thinks of making tea, and not, and maybe matcha, but not quite Tiamat because they don't know who that is. But they just kind of nod along at this point. I think that I think for Kai, for their part, is probably more nervous about the dead snakies than anything else, given their state as well. So if we are seeking those cubes, gestures over to the, I'm imagining Amaris just treating it like a crystal ball, like Jareth does in the labyrinth, just playing around with it.
Yes.
It's a little danger magic fidget.
You remind me of the babe. What babe?
The babe with the power. What power? No, don't break it.
She just sits here and just is doing one of these, like.
Yeah, doing that. Yeah. It's like
the kobolds start dancing around like the goblins. Just like, what?
They're the Fireys in that one scene with the music number. Yeah.
They'll start throwing their heads to each other.
They would, though. Let's be real. Okay. So I suppose, is there a way of asking where those are? Should we need to find exactly that?
I think they're in the temple thingies that we found. So
Yeah,
I think that's where the
one. Yeah, the one thing that we do know, I think, is that, well, actually, two things. One, all of these little relics are protected in a temple of some
main
kind.
weapons of fear and intimidation.
And
ruthless devotion to the Pope.
and two,
three things. sorry.
That's okay.
I'm gonna
We
need
are
more
not-
ball bearings.
Yeah, that too. We're not the only people looking for them. And
Just every now and then I have to test the waters. There's going to be a day I have a table that doesn't get Monty Python references, and that's going to be a problem.
Oh, no, then you host a community watch party. Make sure you get everyone up to speed.
Spanish
And then the
Inquisition would be
entire
hard
community.
because that's like scattered in those like sketch episodes.
Exactly, it's time. But yes, so I suppose, can I please turn to the nearest kobold that is not Waku?
Yep, Pika's there.
May I ask, have you seen one of gestures over to the cube? Those anywhere nearby in particular? And the traps in which? If you reset the traps all the time, does that not mean that you know how to get around them?
Don't ask that question. Don't ask that question.
We don't ask.
She
Yeah,
didn't.
we don't
She didn't
ask.
ask that question.
Okay,
Just
I
feels
didn't
like a
know.
problem.
Goodbye.
Oh,
I have no.
that-
I wasn't there for that bit.
no.
What's going on?
There was a conversation between Wacko and them, so it's okay. This works.
Okay, what's going on?
Yeah, you never ask a kobold to reveal his tricks.
I'm not asking about the tricks though. I was asking where
You
they
asked how
were.
to get around the trap. That's a trick.
Oh, is that what? Oh, so when they say tricks, they mean traps.
Yeah. So like, don't do that, or they'll.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well-
I didn't mean to be rude.
Couldn't we ask if they know if they've seen the other ones? Like what?
Oh, we could ask
temples
like,
they're
hey,
in?
we can
That's
ask
what I
that,
was
but like
aiming
the
toward that.
traps. The traps is the big part here.
Oh,
Mm,
understood.
No, like Ember like mainly asked about the cube, and it seems that they don't want to talk about the temples at all.
Oh, okay.
oh,
So all of the temples. Got it.
Are they allowed to tell us which of the buildings are the temples? To stop the hunt throughout every single building in a city?
I think. I mean, they can point you in the rough direction because you don't have a map.
yeah.
Right?
We just
I
have this
don't-
glorious map right here.
This
I
is
think
just what's in your mind, like the remnants of your fly spell as you arrived.
Right.
Right.
And if they, whatever they can't tell us, I'm sure maybe Orvex can identify.
That's
Actually,
sure.
to that point, Orvex does say. Hang on, I put this in my notes yesterday. Hang on.
All of me goes, so what's the percentage chance that that one in the lava is 1000% the place we need to go to?
Oh, we're going there.
I
Just
think
not
Oh,
right
it
now.
definitely is. Yeah.
It reeks of treasure and magic, which means if we weren't going there anyway because it wasn't one of the buildings, Waku requires the treasure.
Yeah.
Also, dragons, fire, makes sense.
This is a somewhat pointed question. Do we know where the...
Well, there was that one building that I couldn't read what it said on our way to the last one. So I think that might be one.
Ulrich says, and he's actually like calming down and like starting to look a bit more, a bit more color to his complexion. He was like one step away from death.
Oh,
yeah.
And then,
what did he have? Like
Wait,
3 levels of
seriously?
exhaustion?
He was
there
super exhausted.
was a wall on top of him when they found him.
Yeah. He had like 3 levels of
Alright.
exhaustion. He was.
That's probably information I should have had because I would have used the staff.
It's okay. It's okay. And he was
Okay.
he was ragdolled around by the froghemoth as well.
The froghemoth's tentacles, yeah.
Yeah.
But you have looked
so
after
much.
him.
Yeah. Hey, I got eaten. It's
True.
tomato
It's by a
tomato.
frog,
that
Colby. Is
is-
this not a dream?
So when you start talking about the cube and you're like playing with it and you make that kind of move towards the kobolds, Orvex says he's like, you retrieved one of the cubes from the temple. That was where the guardian was, I assume. Excellent. I fear you will have to come to some understanding or the like with my previous employers. They
That's the red wizards, right?
That's what my
Indeed.
question was gonna be.
Yes.
Where are they?
I do not know. That was our encampment before the UNT attacked. I do not know where the survivors have regrouped. But I do know before we were attacked, they had retrieved one of the other puzzle cubes already. Which was from the shrine
So they
of
have one.
from the shrine of Obolaka. Yes.
Yes, the Shrine of Abulaka.
Obolaka. The
The
Zorbu. Yes, the Zorbu spirits. Just outside the south walls of the palace. You know.
I say in Draconic.
Zorbos are like these evil,
Draconic?
basically they're like D&D drop bears.
Hey! Eat your Vegemite, kids. They don't like that. They don't like the extra salt and B+ vitamins and that. That's why we all eat it. Just remember. They hate the smell.
Ooh.
Be safe if you ever go down to Australia.
Oh, these guys are not cool looking.
No,
Are they like angry Ewoks?
they're angry
Kinda.
wombats.
Oh,
With, like,
even
mange.
better.
They got real bad mange.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen like a wombat when it's like particularly grumpy, but they are just the huffiest, like old man vibe. Just like,
You
get
got-
off my
got-
get. No, I'm gonna sit here and they'll sit on you
If you got
if
eyes,
you're in their way.
if you got eyes on stream, there it is.
I've got eyes on stream. Oh,
Oh,
it's so grumpy. Oh my god. Oh no.
Zorbo.
They are
Ferocious-
kind of aerial chop there.
ferocious omnivores, similar in size and appearance to a koala. Living in
See,
trees and
like-
caves, it has long claws, a dour disposition, and a fondness for humanoid flesh. A Zorbo alters
See,
its
they
natural
are-
armor to
Yes.
match its surroundings, and it can weaken and destroy armor, shields, and protective magic items with its sharp claws.
I am not gonna lie,
don't piss
seeing
off.
that makes me think of like just Master Sifu in Kung Fu Panda. Just like I'm picturing him in the robe being like, kid, just I've been around a long time and you're an idiot. Like
And it kind of looks like he might have stopped wearing a red hat and might be slightly curious about Kamala Harris.
right?
Ah,
I love them though. That's a really they're like fluffy pangolins, kind of. All right. Anyway, so the red wizards have one. Do we assume
And
that
we
the
have
golems
one.
have the? We have one. How many are there?
So,
9.
9.
so
Alright.
in theory, 9. In theory, we could just steal the one from the red wizards if we find all of the other ones.
I'm not particularly sure what a red wizard is. They sound angry.
They seem like reasonable people, right?
I'm sure they are. I mean, they did,
Perhaps-
however, leave her friend behind.
Perhaps I could barter some sort of truce?
I don't know. Are they the truth sort?
I don't know. I don't see why not.
I mean, we're men of similar talents. But
Yeah,
I
these
guess I'm mostly I'm like part dragon, so I don't know. I should say man of him.
I
Anyway.
would think that wizards. Maybe we can. They're here to discover, to pursue, some kind of intellectual goal. I'm sure. So, maybe we can broker something with them.
So would it be in our best interest to do that before we try to find the other 7, or is it going to be in our best interest to find the other 7 and then broker?
I think the more we have, the stronger our position of leverage will be.
Perfect.
I think I look over to specifically Waku, because they have pretty big knowledge of magics.
Yeah, it's the magics.
What is a red wizard?
Like,
is it just that their magic is red, or?
Oh, they're red. That's the first
Is it like
thing
flamingos?
As you look at Waku, his eyes roll back in his head.
I'm holding my staff and filming at the ready.
And wisps of smoke drift from his nostrils, from under the skull and bone of his facepiece, and kind of slowly curl around him. Waku, you see Ember coming towards you, asking about this, and then the room seems to mist and grey and disappear, and you find yourself in the sulphurous embrace of dragon smoke.
Oh no.
All around you.
Oh,
And you hear a familiar voice coming out of the smoke, mist-like, as it roils around you. My little Waku. You are close and on the right trail. Do not be betrayed as I was by my sisters.
Someone betrayed you?
It was both of us who were used and cast aside by Laloch.
No.
It was my sisters and I who created a soul manga for Laloch.
No.
But I could not stomach his monopoly on the souls. We had nothing to turn into weird little face-like grubs and trade down in Gehenna. Look, I wasn't all about it. I left.
You don't gotta justify yourself to me. I get it.
Ah, precious little Waku. Great and powerful baby of mine. No. You do not need these pretenders to the necromantic arts. They are not here on some academic outing. They seek the soul manga for themselves.
Oh.
For they and their leaders are also liches.
No.
And whilst the soulmonger exists, all liches flail in starvation, their phylacteries starved of souls.
This is terrible.
The Red Wizards will betray you as soon as you have braved all the traps of your brethren in the various shrines. Steal the cubes from you and venture into the tomb without you,
No.
denying you your destiny. Don't you dare repeat everything I just said.
I really want just to confirm in canon, please, I'm begging you, can we please have him just with his eyes rolled back as like Ember's got the staff of healing right there, looking at the others, being like, and then just hearing the no.
He's
that's the only
vocalizing
thing.
Like he's on the phone. Like
He's on the phone, and it's just like no, and just like the girl, really, like the
No, chat has it for
Lich's
us.
ass.
He's like, Lich, please.
like,
Bitch, please.
just I want that. Let that be canon. I'm begging you.
And thanks for the follow, Cryptomanus.
Love Grandma.
Was he?
Oh, do you say grandma?
No, I don't say that, Grandma.
Okay.
If is the communion finished?
Unless you have anything to ask.
So you're saying I should kill them all and raise their bones?
The great and powerful do not suffer betrayal lightly. This fucking smoke.
Fuck.
Bye, Grandma.
Grandma.
Oh.
Was he talking?
Oh, I want to say when your eyes unroll, I have the staff of healing, like right in front of your face, with its weird face looking at you. That's what your eyes open up
Oh
to.
god, yeah, I forgot what it looks like.
It's like, Waku, Grandma, are you all right?
You know that's a really weird looking staff. I don't know if you know that.
No, it's we've had this discussion several times now. I didn't design it.
I think
lift it up.
chat needs to enjoy the wonders.
But yeah, it is weird.
It is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's so small. Enhance.
Enhance.
Waku, what was all that?
Oh,
The stuff of healing, everybody.
so I thought that if we met the Red Wizards, like it would be cool, and like we could
Hang out.
and like
whatever
exchange
that
notes
means.
and stuff. But
Right.
Grandma says that we need to enact semi. I mean,
Atrocities?
I was gonna say divine vengeance, but that's not really how my arcane gifts work. Like it's not divine, so I don't know if it's
Right.
divine vengeance, but that vengeance
Necromantic
needs to be
vengeance?
enacted.
I
They're
think the
bad
vengeance
dudes.
part was the. You know,
Abjuration vengeance.
No,
Divine.
no, I'm not an abjurer either. Like that's not.
I don't know. I'm wondering if like the types of vengeance come in different flavors.
oh, like the schools of magic.
They do, but like
All right, wait.
Mine
we
comes
gotta
in
get 'em.
grape. All right.
We gotta get them. That's the point.
But why?
I'm because they have bones inside of their bodies and they need to be outside their bodies
Why?
because they're bad dudes.
Apparently.
You see
Grandma's-
Hugh, like up on hearing, like they have bones in their bodies and they need to be outside their bodies. Hugh kind of like hugs himself like prodding his muscles to get to his
It's just
bones.
like, do you need to be outside of your body?
And then, yeah, and then
Do we
when
still have
Waku
an accord?
when Waku says, because they're bad people, you can everybody sees Hugh like deflate and like, oh, okay.
Visible sigh of
Oh.
relief. My bones are good.
Whew.
I guess what I'm trying to understand is we went from saying that we could make a truce to unequivocally they're bad.
Apparently,
How did
Listen,
we
Grandma
get there?
Grandma was very nice.
is never wrong. Grandma's grandma. We listen to Grandma.
Yeah, I'm
But I
assuming
don't know
that.
Grandma
your
was
grandma.
quite-
I don't trust your grandma. Like I trust you
I
guys,
can,
but
I can say that the grandma that I recall meeting was very kind. She fed us and
Grandma-
took care
Grandma
of us
always
and gave us
feeds.
direction.
Yeah, a little bit of math here. We trust Grandma. You trust us. Therefore, you trust Grandma.
Or at least give credence to what they're saying, whatever
Sure,
it may
yeah,
have
that-
been.
yeah.
And whatever it may have
Okay.
been, because
Grandma says they're evil dudes and like they'll betray us.
okay.
So,
So we don't have to interact with them. We can just steal what we need.
I mean,
yes,
I plan to interact with them in that
in the
plan
most
to
violent way
phones
possible.
outside
In
their
the
bar.
worst way, yeah.
Yeah, it's-
Well, look, Amaris, if their goal with these relics is anything like we could possibly imagine it is, yeah, I don't think stealing from them is going to be the end of
They're
it.
not just going to play Jenga. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think we got to rub them out. Is what I think Grandma's getting at.
I'm told that
Damn it! I wasn't gonna laugh until you did. Yes, go on.
I'm told that they seek the souls of the everythings. So they're quite
Oh, are they sort of the same as you, but because it's not because of the all-powerful Waku, they are competition? Is that the idea?
so
I don't think
it's a little bit more complicated than that, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Let's use I don't know how you work like metaphysically, so let's
You
just
know,
use
I don't either. I'm
let's
only
let's just use our
about
good friend Hugh as
2
an
months and a week
example.
old.
Okay, so like more than competition for me, they're competition for Hugh, in that Hugh has a soul and they want to eat it. And so
Oh,
they're
Oh.
competing-
we don't like people who want to eat your souls
Holy
around here.
shit,
We fuck
yeah,
those people up.
I would like to keep it. Thank
That's
you.
a pretty good reason to not.
Well, I
want
think you
them
have
as
to
friends.
get all of the artifacts before you can possibly do that. But
Well, we could do both. There's a chance that we'll run into them regardless, because if they're scouring the temples, then so
I-
are we.
I'd
Right?
like to
down.
just go find them. And
I'd
Orvix,
be-
are you okay with this conversation?
Yeah,
Well,
you
the key word here is former employers.
all right there, buddy?
If
I mean, I'm sure no love lost, but
they are a scheming bunch,
okay.
and whilst I was useful to them and they paid fairly, they were very quick to leave me and the caravaneers and guards to be torn to pieces by the UNT and save their own skins.
Right.
And if what you say is true about them having nefarious goals,
It is.
then, well, I have made my shift of interest and focus here in the city quite clear. If there is a chance to witness firsthand the reinstating of the Ormuran line, Your Highness, I will do.
Oh, that's me.
I will do everything I can.
Oh, am I supposed to call you Your Highness?
No.
By the way, Embra, when they met Orvex, like he noticed Damaris like in profile, and like saw like the nose line and everything. Was like, oh shit.
He completely
Is it like-
spazzed out,
Apparently,
yeah.
I have money with my face
Oh,
on
great!
it.
Yeah, her grandma's on the coin that he carries around as a relic. From
Pictures of all of the coinage and everything was completely melted down and destroyed. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, images of.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is he's kind of like one of those royal family fans.
Yeah, he has a teapot.
He's got the teapot. He's got the bobbing head. Right. Understood. Gotcha.
China plate collection.
It's like, well, I won't call you Your Highness if you don't prefer it.
It was
Yeah,
quite
okay.
cringe.
Okay, in that case, I think that I honestly believe that we are more likely to run into them the more cubes we have. Because if we have
agree.
them, then they don't have them, right?
Correct.
And they're going to be chasing after them, so.
And so that way, if they're chasing after them and us, we can bait the
Or I'm just putting this out there. I got stuff and we can take it. And it'll be helpful.
we could do both.
I'm saying we gotta go find them and take them out.
The problem is with that strategy.
I don't see a problem with that strategy.
Well, allow me to illuminate a little bit. This place is fucking huge, and this time we
No,
spend
you're huge.
Thank you. The time we spend chasing this band of red cloaks around, they're going to be snatching up these relics when we could just kind of kill two birds with one stone by packing up as many of these relics as we can find, and eventually we're gonna cross paths. And then once we cross paths, we can obliterate them, and then we can take all their stuff. Does that make sense?
Okay, I'm following so far.
Okay, yeah.
You do
But
like the taking of the stuff part.
first-
actually.
Are you okay? Cause like the Hugh I know mentioned killing birds. I don't think he'd be down for that.
I believe
It's
I was wondering the same thing, honestly.
look, if the two birds were one that wanted to eat my soul, and the other bird wants to, I don't know, has a bunch of magic stuff to give me, yeah, I'm gonna kill both of the birds.
I'm sorry,
Preferably
it's
with
just-
one rock, but, you know, if I have to have more than one rock, then...
I'm having flashbacks to I wasn't like Ember wasn't there for that, but I'm having flashbacks to when the Terror folk were attacking, and you made like I don't think you guys remember it, but somebody made a kill two birds with one stone joke, and I think Brackle at the time was just very upset. And I think Hugh comforted them in that moment, and that's why I'm losing my shit right now because you're saying the thing that would have upset Brackle.
Now, the good news is that you have seen two shrine-like compounds very close to where you are.
Alright, well, we have our
Um,
target.
So there's one that I tried to read what was on the out front, and
That was
I couldn't read
this
it.
one here.
Now, we've seen two shrine-like.
I'm like,
outposts.
come on.
The other one was out here in the water.
Oh, that's well. Does anyone know how to swim? Oh wait,
It's not.
Oh.
I mean, you can see the buildings just in the water. It's just like
Who swims anymore?
mean, I can.
Hugh sheepishly raises his hand.
I
I
don't
love
know.
swimming.
Waku does when
I
there's treasure sinking in the harbor of Port Nanzaro.
That's
He
true.
Oh
says.
yeah,
That's-
and then
That's
flying
the only time
monkeys.
he enjoyed swimming.
That was your introductory scene.
Question:
Yes.
Answer?
do we have to swim? Because I kind of lived with the birds, and I don't know how.
Oh,
Welcome
I'm
in,
sure
readers.
that there's way. Hello, magic. Wah.
Hugh is like, as Amaris says, I don't know how to swim. Hugh is like completely flabbergasted because even being raised as a child like up in the mountains, he learned to swim in like half frozen lakes. It was a competition actually. Some like the polar bear club.
So they wouldn't let us leave the monastery. So
I
Oh,
can
well,
assist. Probably.
I guess a bird bath is probably not very good.
No.
They tend to be
either.
shallow.
Well, look, you know, you guys are pretty small. I am pretty big. We'll figure it out.
I believe I can turn into things that can swim. I never do it, but I'm never
Oh,
sure
or
if I
that. Yeah, I mean that.
should. I always forget that I can wild shape because I spend it on Kai.
Right. You know, like a
I don't know if I can do
seal
anything
or
with a swim speed right now,
a
though.
big,
Yeah, double check.
big otter.
I think if I can do a dinosaur that can
Shark.
swim, that would be very funny.
Plesiosaur.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you'd have to be the Phatabosaurus. That's the dinosaur that was discovered in
Oh,
Iraqi.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the Wacky-verse dinosaur.
Yeah.
Allosaurus, huh? I didn't know that was the.
Allosaurus is crazy.
Phatabosaurus. Yeah.
well, do
I
we
love
want
it.
to do the water one or do we
Oh.
want to do the other one?
Yeah, there's the one to the east and the one to the west.
I'll be right back upstairs, Raspberry.
Oh,
So the one
I
to
think
the
it's per druid level, right?
east is the water one.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not
Where?
I'm 1 point off being able to turn into a crocodile. I'm so sad.
nice.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, just looking at it, looking at the map, I can see like the full doorway of the.
Yeah.
Of the temple, so it's like waiting.
Yeah, because the water immediately like, spreads out throughout the city. So it's
Yeah,
like,
we'd be like wading through.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah,
We'll be
it's
okay.
like-
Or I could teleport us across space. Or Kai specifically. Apologies there.
I mean, I personally I like to save the teleports for.
Emergencies.
Yeah, an abort button. But you know.
Well, I think we have our heading. The question is, which heading are we doing? Is
I
it
think we're
the
going with
watery?
water.
Do we want to handle the water one as soon as possible? Or do
I mean,
we
it's-
wish...
Close.
Yeah,
It is close.
I'm okay with that one.
What kind of... Me quietly thinking to myself, what? So you said there was a frog. What were the other creatures again? The trickster
the
god.
statues that you've noticed so far, you saw a flail snail.
Oh yeah.
And
Flashbacks to Witchlight.
The grung. Was there a
There
grung
was a
one?
froggy.
there is a grung one.
There was a
Different
fruit.
from Kubazan.
We know that the what is it? The Red Wizards have the one with the koala. Death koala.
Yeah.
Um,
Obolaka.
I think. I'm trying to remember if. Let me just check one thing here. Hang on.
Yeah. Because we held a pretty linear path when we were going south. So.
Is there a snaky one? I feel like my brain says in a jungle themed thing there'd be at least one snaky thing.
Orvex like squats down on a crate and he's like, an audience. Gather round, adventurers, and let me tell you the legend of the 9 gods.
Wait, it's a bedtime story? She,
Yeah,
like,
no.
gets her
Yeah,
packed
what
out,
is it?
And it's like sitting in her sleeping bag waiting to go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I
That
totally,
goes
Ember is 1,000% right next to you, looking surprisingly like the nerd quiet kid in a kindergarten class.
Yep. The library bus came.
Yeah, everyone, we're like this next to each other, being like, and Kai is like sitting. I want to imagine top of the head, like,
Yes.
tell me more.
Just like chin over the top. And he's like, he settles himself. has a sip of water.
Thanks,
And-
Grandpa.
Begins. Long ago, the god Uptau hardened his heart and vowed to weep for the people of Ormu no longer. The rains stopped. The jungle withered and died, and death stalked through these streets. One morning, a wise Zorbo emerged from her hollow tree and spoke to the dying Ormuans. To convince Uptau of their worth, she decided to cook him a stew made from all their good qualities. Catching such virtues wouldn't be easy, so she asked a wily Almirage to help her. The Almirage snuck recklessness into the pot, which she saw as a virtue, and Uptau spat out the stew when he tasted it. From that day on, Obolaka the Zorbo and Ijin the Almirage became terrible enemies. At noon, a brave Kamadan hopped down from her rock. She saw the evil in the Omoans' hearts and decided to lance it like a troublesome boil. The Kamadan fashioned a holy spear, but she left it by the riverbank, and a crafty grung stole it. In her rage, Shagambi the Kamadan forgot all about the Omoans and chased Nang Nang the grung forever across the sky. When evening came, a wily Iblis stepped from his reed hut. He didn't like the Ormuans, but without them, he'd have no one to play his tricks on. The Iblis sent a marsh frog to reason with Uptau, but the frog was angry and decided to wrestle the god instead. This amused Uptau, so he gave the frog tentacles to make it stronger. When Kubazan the frog Hemoth returned to Papazotl the Iblis, he chased Papazotl into the swamp with his new tentacles. That night, a Sioux monster broke into Uptau's palace and stole a pail of water to give to the Ormuan people. When the god came running to find it, the Sioux monster hid the pail in a Jakuli's burrow. Uptau asked the jungle animals where his water was hidden, and Moa, the Jakuli, was too honest to lie. When Wongo, the Sioux monster, found out how Moa had betrayed him, he vowed to catch the Jakuli and eat him up. All the while, Unk, the flailed snail, lived deep under the earth. The noise of the other animals fighting made her slither up to the surface. And when the next day dawned over her shell, the light blinded Uptau and made his eyes water. The droplets of moisture rained down, and life returned to Ormu. And the people built shrines to honor the animals who'd saved them. And thus today we have the 9 shrines of the gods.
So, the one by the river would be the Grongpen?
It was not originally a river. That is where the earthquakes happened and the city was flooded.
Oh.
Oh.
And
Do
I
you
think
know
Ember
which
goes,
temple's which temple?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness no. We have to explore and discover.
Of course, it would just
Yeah, it's
be
the whole
too
it's the whole
easy.
point.
It's like I'm trying to learn a city that I'm supposed to know, but I don't know anything about it, and it makes my brain hurt.
Well, you haven't lived in it, I suppose. A lot of the knowing of things comes from living, no?
Indeed. Your Highness,
Yeah.
this is a unique opportunity to acclimatize and familiarize yourself with your future home.
That's if we succeed, which I really hope we do. But that's a big if.
I think Ember's thinking to themselves throughout all of this, okay, but the snail was the one that did all the work, realistically, in the end, by doing nothing and just being shiny. And from this lesson, they will take that they need to that Waku is actually heading in the right direction because he's blinding everyone with his shinies. So,
Waku has always been heading in the right direction. Never once
I
has
don't
he
know
strayed
the
from
number of
path.
times I've seen you fall.
Is quite
Surprisingly
low.
less than expected.
Quite
Actually,
low.
yeah. The number of times anyway, pushing away the sides of being the healer. Cries. Well, at least we have context for what each of these gods have under their belt. I don't know quite what all of them are in terms of creature because I'm still unfamiliar with the world a bit, but I hope. I do think it'd probably be wise to check it out. I don't know. Shall we start heading in the direction of the water temple? I say, having flashbacks.
I think that's where we're going in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
in the morning. Okay.
Right. So yeah, you rest up here in the cellars. The kobolds are constantly kind of like chittering and moving around and fairly restless. You can post a guard if you like.
I think the kobolds have it.
Seems fairly so. Yeah. And you you get to rest up, so everyone can take a long rest.
Yay!
Presses the button on the character sheet. Whoa! I just saw what having a 20 looks like for health for me, and I want to cry. Has it always been that beautiful?
You have the con though. You have the 20
Yeah,
con.
I know. That's why I'm like.
Okay.
I think I know what I want to do for my next level up to. If
Nice.
I manage to finally get a feat, I'm totally planning on taking something to do with exploring.
Okay.
No. I was thinking dungeon, like what is it? Dungeon delver?
Delver?
Because we've been doing to reflect all of the exploration.
Nice. No, we'll certainly come into play end game.
That's a good point, actually. That might be the best move. Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, McLovin, a rare long rest here in the Wackyverse.
Oh, that's right. We went for like 6 sections in Witchlight without a long rest once.
Now, are you actually going to like also explore the neighborhood
Shall we?
and take take the half day?
I mean, we can say that we're taking the half day.
Right.
Waku is wearing the eye patch as he strolls along.
Let
Show
it be known
me
that
the
I took more
shinies.
ball bearings.
Okay.
I replaced my ball bearings from the kobolds stuff that they said we could have.
Cool.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah, I'll be a little bit generous. I'll give you. I'll give it like all the way down here.
Yeah.
Because that kind of makes sense as a zone, and then round the edge of the palace, and then I think because there's the kobold's like gesture, there is a shrine in that direction as well. So I'll actually stop there. Might just go and go up to the
Okay.
waterfall.
Is there anything behind the waterfall? Dear game sense scoper.
Some rocks, maybe?
But what if it was a cave of treasure?
Pompolodon, as we're in a little long rest, kind of chill moment here for a second. Embra is the second iteration of their character because they were killed by fire salamanders, but their patron, they are a celestial construct they have discovered, and their patron, a big coatl, up in a ziggurat in the north jungles, has recreated them. They are embodiments of the elements of Chult, the peninsula of Chult. So the first one was
Shadows and cold.
right? Shadows and cold, kind of wind, kind of based. And our next one here is fire. So they have
all been very
earth and water to play with.
Yep, they've been very different personalities as well, because Brackle was quite sweet and lovely.
Yes.
And Ember is like the cool twin.
Yes.
But not like cool in the icy to the touch sense, which is interesting given that they are in fact fire druids. So
We had
You know.
we had a large catfolk paladin that was killed by pirates, and then there was one of those pirates defected from the evil pirate queen and joined them, but then left to return to their Viking-like clans off the Valakan clans back out in the ocean. And Amaris has joined recently as a pretty little princess.
a pretty little princess that stabs.
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 Now, we have Hugh back here. So
Sorry.
let me just before we join you to go
It's okay, you
spelunking
have
in that
Bappy.
temple over there.
Ooh.
Hugh.
Yeah,
I put refresh your character sheet. I put a long rest on there.
Ooh, thank you.
You're alive.
You all slept, leaving the watch to the Colberts. But
Who did an excellent job.
during your sleep, Hugh,
Mm.
you find yourself drawn back into that vision of the city that you had when you first arrived and perched atop the waterfall looking across for the first time. Again, you briefly glimpse it in its glory, but devoid of life. And this time you don't see that sphere of utter darkness that consumed everything before. This time you see a figure stalking through the streets. A tall, skeletal figure walking alone across the dead cobbles, wearing tattered robes and holding a skull-tipped staff. His sunken eyes turn to you, perceiving you, and you can focus on nothing but the points of dead light glowing in their very pit. It perceives you and turns, its tattered robes whipping in the winds, scouring through the streets. And on skeletal feet, it starts to stalk towards you. Before you wake.
Oh. Hmm.
And the next day, you arise, break your fast, and head out to the east towards the flooded temple. Let's zoom in here. So that's that compound there in the water is where you're headed. Let me bring our buddy Hugh over here.
Making our way.
Eee.
Making our way.
And let's see here.
Making our
Okay. You make your way into the swamp kind of surroundings there. reeds and aquatic vegetation thriving in this forgotten valley. And you see that it's not stagnant. It's not like a fetid swamp, because the waterfall's constantly churning down, and the water's flowing through before it tumbles into the rift to be vaporized and made into fog that rolls through the streets by the magma that boils and churns at the bottom of the rift. So it's clear water, but you see that there are certain parts where the buildings have kind of caused it to kind of eddy and kind of pool and kind of stagnate a little bit. And as you make your way around the edge of that walled compound to its colonnaded entranceway, you see that there are logs, shadowy lengths, crocodiles. Wallowing in a muddy lake bed from which rises this walled ruin. 2 columns flank the entrance, carved with images of a long-legged bird with a needle-like beak. At the building's front, slimy steps ascend to an entry arch. Hugh, you recognize this bird-like creature to be an iblis. So from the story that you were told the night before,
the one that
this is
the Papadopoulos
this is
or whatever.
Papazotl. This is the shrine to Papazotl, the iblis god.
Do we know what those
I
birds
was writing
look
as
like?
quick as I could.
No worries.
Oh, so this is the god that's literally the one that we were fighting from the last one. Right?
So
That
my
god
brain
was fighting
has...
this one?
That one chased it into the swamp with its new tentacles. That was the way that the story went.
No, that was the Froghemoth, yeah.
Yeah, like the frog behemoth.
Yeah, my bad.
Kobazan chased. I'm gonna say my brain says bin chicken because if it's an ibis, then it's a bin chicken to me.
Let's see if
Yeah,
we've
that one
got art. Hang on.
wrestled the froggy tentacled one.
Yeah, the froggy tentacle. Because
Don't ask.
The monkey.
They don't make
No,
sense.
the frog. No, the frog went to wrestle the god. The god was like, "Kick lol, here have some tentacles, so you have a chance." And then it was like, "Hey, check out my cool tentacles, bro!" And then the bird was like, "Fuck that!" and ran off and got chased to the swamp with it.
Yeah, there's the iblis in chat. On
Oh,
stream.
it's a secretary bird style. Oh, that thing kicks like a mofo. But it does kind of look like a bin chicken, just a little bit.
What's a bin chicken?
No explanation.
Bin chicken is an ibis, but in Australia they are kind of semi-invasive. So in Sydney in particular and New South Wales, you'll often find them going to bins and getting at them like crows. And so the nickname bin chicken has since stuck as they move around. And they're absolute menaces. But so if you've ever met like an aggressive seagull at the beach, imagine that, but with longer legs and a spoony bill and going, and it'll like nervously like hum num 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 num, and it's like, listen here, bin chicken, you're fine, roastable but fine.
We have the equivalent of what goes into our trash bins are bears.
Bear. Okay, I googled the word bin chicken. Australian white ibis. So ibises originally come from Egypt, but the Australian variant is very proud of itself. We have a picture book called Bin Chicken for context as well, because it's become a lovable meme at this point.
Okay, here you are, folks. Bottom left of the map that's up there, with crocodiles.
Oh, I gotta separate the Ember from the Scarlet. Scarlet loves crocodiles.
I mean, you were real upset that you couldn't be a crocodile.
I am. What if we could talk and hang out?
So I will put you down.
If you wild
here.
shape into a crocodile, can you talk to the crocodiles?
I could, but I am one level too low to be able to wild shape into crocodile, unfortunately.
Womp.
I just wasn't sure if, like,
Sad
when
days.
you wild shape, like, do you get that language of what that animal is? I haven't played it good.
My brain has it as yes. I feel like you speak in a
Okay.
really bad accent though, because you're putting on the shape of the creature.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, snap, snap, snarl, snarl, hiss, 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 snap, snap, snarl, 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 hiss, hiss, snap, barrel roll, death roll. Chomp.
Popular Leopardon, we are Australia, Japan, and the US.
Everything's
That is
connected.
correct.
And various
Time
like time
zones.
zones in the US as well.
Yeah,
We've got
different.
4.
So yeah, you
Four
got on the
times.
nose, four times.
No, we have 6. Because we have Hawaii, we have Alaska.
I
No. I meant in
I,
the
I don't think the
chat
question
between
was
two.
total time zones. I think it was
Like
in the
between Cold
Oh,
Sea and
no,
Mighty.
Both of us are in the same one. We're both East
Yeah,
Coast.
we're both in Eastern.
Okay. Right. So there you go, folks.
Hi.
Your tokens are on the map there.
Cool.
And you think, you know, if you time it and like move carefully, you think you could just bypass these crocodiles if desired. Or
I'm thinking yes.
Yeah, I don't feel like
15.
I'm fighting crocodiles.
15
I
foot
am also-
crocodiles. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Who's got the long range weapon again of
I
the
have
short
one.
bow? You have a short
I think
bow,
I-
and
I,
who has
I have
a
a bow.
I have a long range weapon.
No, not the magical kind.
Eldritch Blast.
I need to
Yes,
stick
no.
to
That's the long
Yeah,
range
I have
weapon.
a
Yes.
I have a short bow.
because
Is a
I was like,
zombie a long range weapon?
No, Eldritch Blast is a long range weapon.
like I was going to say, Embra, upon seeing the crocodiles, like goes to pull out the last of like their jerky rations or whatever that they've inherited, and goes to like stick it on the end of one of your arrows. Should you want to
Yes.
shoot it as far as possible in a different direction? So at the very
Yes.
least, if we start heading in that direction, we got a chance.
Yes.
Good plan.
That's not a bad idea.
It
I
is
don't know how
beef.
far.
I don't know where we got the beef. Maybe it's Stegosaurus. Who knows?
And
Um,
Amaris goes like this and pulls back and like launches up in the air. Goes,
As far as freaking possible.
do I need to roll for it?
It's okay.
Roll to
You
to bait
just do a nice
the
lobbing
crocodiles.
arch shot over, and there's
Yeah.
like a splashing
a-
and as they sense it and go off to investigate, and you can quickly wade through and make your way towards the steps.
soon as the map limits for
Amaris
me,
looks at
I will
Hugh
run
and is
away.
like, "Can I piggyback ride, please?"
Yeah, he
Okay.
he holds an arm out and like hefts Amaris up.
Oh,
Okay.
Hugh Dad activates again.
Really embracing the princess.
It's more so that she just doesn't. She's got little legs and she
Yeah.
doesn't
Got
know how to
little
swim.
legs
So
and a big
in
ass.
case there's any kind of current, she doesn't want to get swept and not know how to get back. So
Yeah.
it's
Man,
Will you
That-
indulge me a second and let me
yes.
let me switch out the map for the one that's got like labeled locations on it, if you don't mind.
That's
Just
fine.
big
Yeah,
numbers
no.
floating in the air.
I'm gonna put this one in with the clips channel of the Discord, which if you haven't, by the way, !Discord will bring you to the Phoenix Awaki Discord.
Okay.
Just so you guys can see how upset this rock is. Because it is really like I want that as an emote. That's so
I know
it's just
Pixie dropped a clip in there before as well, so jump in on that.
Oh, the one from Kubazan's temple? Yeah.
It's just-
campaigns.
it's just so sad.
Annihilation.
It's like oh, Kubazan's China. Okay, that's where that was from.
Kubazan was the the Froghemoth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we do that, and then we go over here. Sorry, chat, bear with me.
Dude, your stream is important to us. Please hold.
Map browser. This might take a second compared to normal because of everything all at the hub. So I just opened my uploaded maps tab and it's got the Baldur's Gate 3 brain map in there because we use that as a battle map.
Yes, that's a good map to choose.
Well-designed map, that.
It's when Mike's character Runt was battling the Night Hag from the mind control, the memory controlling ones that they were also responsible for the anniversary streams, and the
It's always a hag.
Hags all the way down.
Whenever
baby.
possible. Whenever possible.
Every single time, though, if I could count the number of hags, I'd have all of my fingers up at this point.
Hags are wonderful. And
Wouldn't have to deal with 3 of them in a row.
The stream is getting a quick sneak peek of how to
Spoilers.
upload maps on D&D Beyond.
If you've
Take
never
notes, everybody.
uploaded maps on D&D Beyond, it may be confusing. This is why, when you choose to use...
Mango's Shrines. Added.
You want
Close
everyone's
that.
eyes on their computer screens, like Patrick and SpongeBob on the game board.
Yeah, I just paused the session so it's gonna go blank for you for a second.
Oh, okay.
While I fix the fog of war.
Now, Mr. Krabs!
I feel like if it's like I want to say, Embra has since learned how to high five because they've done it once with Hugh. So they raise their hands slightly to Amaris, not wondering if that's how the process goes, and does this. Like this, like not holding it like a towards you.
Like you have a question.
She's like, what?
And then I believe we push them together, and that is a sign of success.
Yes.
Ember. And like Ember,
It's like a.
he's like,
That's just,
Keep in mind, Ember only has about 3 talons, so it's like a.
yeah, she like stuck her hands so tight together so that it would get to be Ember's hand size.
upon realizing Ember's lack of 5 fingers, Hugh immediately kind of feels bad and like,
Ember's seriously doing and Kai is doing gets their tail up, and Kai gets the end of their tail up and makes up for the other 3 missing fingers of like push. But we'd still do it too slow for it to be a high five. It's just an awkward press.
just as well. I think the sound of a genuine high five, like a crisp high five,
Would have alerted them
alerted
back
the
to
Crocs.
Just like, I believe we've done that right. Looks over to Hugh for approval.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Resume session.
We'll do it We'll do that better next time.
There you go. Reloaded and labeled.
Because I just realized Amaris didn't grow up with it either.
Thanks,
So we're all like, this is from now on.
No,
if we
it
celebrate a
makes perfect
victory, it's
sense
just
to
a
her. She's just
slow
Oh, popular with them. Yeah, that's rough as in Europe.
No, Maris has the weird bird high fives, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, like the claw. You do this.
It's like she does. I think she does
the
like
wing talon though.
like
yeah, 'cause
a
mine-
wing tap.
It's just we wing tap because I'm used to being more bird-like. Dink.
Yes. So that they just do the.
Oh yeah, no, that makes way more sense. I only have 3 fingers, so.
And we
This
all
is
have
also
2 elbows.
Amaris, give me a history check, please.
Okie dokie. Hold on. What's my history is a +4. Okay, cool. Whoops. It rolled all the way off. That's a 17 + 4 for a 21.
Okay, you are
Nice.
able to read the inscription above the arched entranceway as you make your way through the water there, especially as you're closer on Hugh's shoulders. It reads, Papazotl teaches us to bow before no one.
Do not bend.
Okay.
Ember goes like this.
Straight backs, everybody.
So what was the one for the frog? Was not to be afraid, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on, maybe did I write it down?
There was be not
No.
afraid. This one was do bows to no one. How do I spell the name of the bin chicken?
Or just Papa and then
Papa.
ZOTL, how I spelled it.
Zoddle.
Found it.
Okay, I will put that into my thing.
Papa Zoddle.
Where's my note?
Oh yeah.
Papa.
Popella
Papa
Quest
Zoddle!
Junkies is definitely one to check out. You
I'm
can see
fine.
Scarlet and
There's
Matty
not
there too.
there's not content coming up that I gotta prep.
Oh yeah, I need to find my D6s.
Okay. Let's switch up here to Papa's little shrine. Water. Okay. Right. So yes. Please feel free to move yourselves around there.
Yeah, I can't. So you're just gonna have to maneuver me.
Fucking princess.
I'm sorry. I don't have my computer yet. I'm sorry.
I still have Kubazan's shrine on mine, but I'll refresh and see if that helps.
Oh, you have to go all the way to the bottom left.
Yeah, bottom left.
That's right. You weren't here last time. All 9 of them
I
are
understand.
on the
Yeah,
same
all 9
page.
is just one thing. Yeah.
Hey,
They're
we
all-
If they have
don't make
the
the
money.
Wizards of the Coast money. So,
Exactly. We don't make the money for Wizards of the Coast for Grumble. Okay.
I should cut them up. I could just cut the image up into 9 different images. But
No, you're fine. Don't worry about
The
the extra effort.
principle of
It's the principle. I am mad specifically at wizards.
So,
Yeah,
Minimum effort
Watsy.
smack.
yeah, right.
okay, so let
So,
me
Amaris,
reveal.
how tall is the entryway here? Can Amaris stay on my shoulders, or?
She doesn't need to.
Okay.
I think it's probably wise not to encourage this behavior.
No, she
I
wouldn't.
hover.
She would have monkey barred down. Like as soon as
Okay,
they got
okay.
out of the water, she would have climbed out because she was only using it to make sure she got through the water properly.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Speaking of wizards, did you see the latest thing? They just removed. They removed the credits for the team that digitalized all the books and put them on D&D Beyond. They
You're kidding.
just took the names out of the credits. I was like, why?
Why? If they were already there, why would you pay somebody work hours to remove them? Like that's work. That's extra work. It didn't need to be
Plus
done
it's-
just to stick it to some.
Yeah, that just seems rude because they put those people put in the work to make it happen. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't
Yeah.
you just leave them there?
Right? Hard,
Because
it was tough
they
work as well.
are
'Cause-
dumb.
Right? Because that's why they stopped. That's why they stopped putting Unearthed Arcana on D&D Beyond because it's so hard.
Right.
No, it's no problem. It's okay. Sorry, I will pronounce your name properly sometime. Sorry. Okay.
He enters the vestibule and says loudly, "What is 16B?"
Emblazoned in this glorious mosaic on the floor. Now, although
That's really good.
the title of this room is Mosaic Floor. Moss.
Oh.
Moss clings to the stonework throughout this hall. The mosaic floor depicts this tall bird using its long, pointy beak to pin a monstrous frog-like creature with tentacles sprouting from its shoulders. Set into the far wall is a set of heavy doors. So you recognize this as Papazotl battling against Kubazan.
Okay.
You,
Can I check
Amaris,
for traps?
I'll let you carry over that history check from before. There
Oh,
are
cool.
Olmuan inscriptions all around the mosaic, and they teach that story of how Kubazan disobeyed Papazotl and gained their enmity. Give me investigation or perception, Amaris.
Perfect. That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Hell
You gotta focus
yeah.
that those phoenixes fly.
Yeah, go off, princess.
So 22 for a perception check.
Okay.
We love to see that. Oh
I need
my
to-
goodness.
I need to memorize all the snarky Han Solo princess comments from Star Wars.
Princess.
Okay. You carefully move into the chamber and look around, and it seems a-okay.
A-okay.
And the door does not
Okay.
seem to have any kind of locking mechanism on it.
Okay.
But they are very, very heavy, and it takes a couple of you working together to force them
Tiny
open.
little force.
Yes.
Like this.
You hell.
Kai's like this. Kai's pushing against it with their back. Forgetting
Yeah,
briefly that
Amaris
they
is
have...
like,
Did everyone
her back and her legs are like digging in, and she's just like,
Did everyone see the memes on the socials over the weekend? There was like the Japanese Olympic team. There's like a guy, like a male coach, like massaging.
Oh
the
my
chest
god, have I seen that?
one of the acrobats or something, and everyone's like, "I want that job." I was like, "We need to put Hugh's art in that." after
I
doing
might
these days.
Hang on. Yep.
Okay.
Olympic.
Yeah, for reference, you should look it up. It's
I'm
quite
looking it up
special.
now.
Especially the last move the guy does, he definitely did that just to do it. Like, there's no therapeutic reason for the little, like...
I haven't seen.
If
Any,
somebody-
I've only seen photos. I haven't seen any animated.
Oh,
If anybody can
man.
send me one of those photos, I can make you that meme.
I like to think that this door is heavy enough that, like Amaris and Ember are trying to open it, and they're, like, really struggling with it, and Hugh's like, oh, okay, and he puts, like, one arm on the door to try to open it, and then he's like, oh, shit, like, actually?
Yeah, right.
Like, I imagine Amaris is on one door, Ember's on the other door, and Hugh's got one hand on both of the
Right,
doors.
yeah.
Like,
And there's no traps on this door, right, Amaris?
Apparently not.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, hello?
These
Hello?
star little pods in the next room do look...
That doesn't make me feel nervous.
Those are,
Oh,
those are-
hell.
I will get to the description in a second, but those are usually statues.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like,
so
is this a
you-
garbage disposal puzzle?
lean heavily and manage to creak open these heavy stone doors, and beyond you behold the next chamber. An empty pedestal stands in the middle of this chamber as the sounds of the swamp fade behind you. 6 statues face the pedestal from alcoves on the walls. They depict bare-chested humans with the heads of different animals.
Oh.
From left to right, the heads resemble those of a lizard, a jaguar, a lobster, a toucan, a bat, and a frog. I assume that's like from the bottom left corner clockwise.
Okay.
give me through it one more time.
Yep.
Lizard, jaguar.
Lobster,
Lobster.
toucan, bat, frog.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any writing? And also, can I check for traps in this room?
Let's have a look here.
Activates trap brain.
You do not see any dangers immediately. No.
Okay.
Let's have a look here. Okay. You're looking at the statues, you said?
Yeah, like for any writing.
You don't see anything there, but there is an inscription on the base of the pedestal.
Okay.
Of each statue or the one
No,
in the
just
middle?
the central one.
The one in the
Okay.
middle.
Yes, Amber.
Possible for Embra, now that the door is open, when we entered the crocodile backpack temple is the one that my brain goes, like there was like dust and stuff sort of flying around. Is there the same thing with the change in the airflow, or is there like cracks in the ceiling? Like, is this a room that was preserved, or does that make sense? Like,
It mean there are I'll say that it's in pretty good condition here, and you know the culverts that have been through here recently. You know, they check regularly on various traps and things. So you do, you do think that people would have been in here from time to time. But it's clearly ancient, you know. But it is maintained, shall we say? So Amaris, you read the inscription on the base of the pedestal in the center. It is. Actually, as you go over, you see there's writing inscribed on the stone. As you actually go closer, you kind of beckon the others over as you realize it's actually inscribed in common.
Oh,
that's so suspicious, but okay.
I know, right?
Yeah,
that's more suspicious.
I just read that. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's in common. Is it ye olde common?
And there is a handout apparently. So let me share that in the Discord.
There's flyers on the pedestal of each.
It's just like
multiple copies.
Come to Maverick's Barbecue.
Discord.
Frig for 5% off your order. Pass me a net. And the high moon meets the. I don't know why this is now the accent, but here it is.
Get me back into Deadlands mood.
Folks,
I'm not gonna lie. I want to touch.
On stream first. Yeah, you should join us for the next Deadlands. That'd be great.
I would enjoy Savage Worlds. I feel like every time I've seen what I've seen of it, I'm like, yes.
I'm working on it right now.
Yes, for Scarlet.
Oh, please be good news. Please be good news. Let's have a look here. Okay. So, Tomb of Annihilation.
Gonna move my wrist over into the room.
There we go. Oh, so many tabs. Okay. Does that work? Can I should copy. There you go. Copy. Paste. Boop. There you go. It's in the Discord and it's on stream as well. So it reads: comes with sunshine, leaves with night, hides in darkness, does not bite, always joined to its caster, never strays from its master.
Hands up. I have my suspicions.
So there's 6 statues and there's 6 lines of this little sheet. So I wonder if each line corresponds to a statue.
Oh, if this was okay. Can I insight check myself, please?
If you have an idea as a player, you can have it as a character. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
The main reason I'm asking this is because I suspect I know what it is, or at least it sounds like, if it's connected specifically. Because when it said like always joined to its caster, never strays from its master, and like comes with sunshine, leaves with night, hides in darkness, does not bright. I was thinking of my brain went to Brackle, very specifically. Is it something to do with shadows?
That would certainly make sense.
Could you
right, like it's coming to sunshine, no?
Just as you did with the handout, could you put the order of the statues in the chat?
Comes with sunshine, leaves with night, hides in darkness, does not bite, always joined to its caster, never strays from its master. Do we just need to make it really dark?
Either really dark or.
Thank you.
I mean, it's dark. It's dark now, so there are no shadows.
Right.
Although,
it is
a light source
Oh.
to create the shadows.
Chat, feel
Is
free
there
to.
music playing, by the way? Oh,
There's
Is there-
very subtle noises. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any other feature to the central pedestal, or is it just this inscription?
Just the inscription.
Okay. Okay. Clearly, the answer to all 6 of these lines is lobster.
Always.
Lobster all the way down.
Oh, actually, sorry. No. To answer your question there, if you search Hugh, you continue searching around the pedestal as everyone's kind of looking at the clues. There is an outline of a stone hatch on the upper surface.
Okay, so
Oh.
assuming that's what will open once we've solved the puzzle.
Yeah.
Can Hugh walk? Okay, so you said left to right. I'm gonna walk over to the lizard statue.
Okay.
How big is the statue?
It's like a human height. It's like a
So
little,
it's like
a, little,
to scale.
a little shorter than you, but with a lizard's head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the head come off? Can I try to like gingerly
Oh.
Or
like-
turn.
or like turn it or
It doesn't seem to, no. It's a
Doesn't move.
solid piece of stone.
can I move the statue out at all? Like are there grooves in the floor that would indicate like
Yeah, nice idea. No.
Okay.
Because there was the mention of light source.
Yes.
Kai ignites and becomes their flame elemental self. So
Okay.
I'm gonna summon that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pass the. I'm gonna ask Kai to go around the statues. Or like put like just sort of like in front of their eyes, try to like go from all angles to see if like maybe we need to cast shadows from behind the statues onto the pedestal. If the answer is shadow.
Okay. So yeah,
Maybe?
Kai, like in order, left round.
Yeah, left round. So
Okay,
going
so yeah,
like
Kai goes flying. It's a like fiery snake, flying snake.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
Goes flying over to the lizard and kind of hovers around there. Hugh, you're kind of there like.
just giving it some extra light
Nothing, sorry.
source.
Passes by, goes to the jaguar. Kind of looks a little bit sad as it looks like a certain cat person that was with you before. And goes over to the lobster. Remembers saving the lobsters of the Eldani Basin.
Yay!
And your
A noble
ecological hero days. Round to the toucan. Suddenly gets the desire to have a quick pint of Guinness. Goes.
Fuck, I wasn't expecting that, dude. Why did you do that?
It's the only reference I could think of. Sorry. Goes to the bat, and then starts to kind of fly in figure of eights in front of the bat. Like clearly something's happened.
Oh.
Well, comes with darkness with the hides in darkness, does not bite. Maybe it has to do with the bat because the bat's nocturnal. Are there any of the others?
Yeah,
nocturnal?
maybe. I originally I was thinking like, oh, one of these animals is assigned to everything, but if the place is like where the bat lives, then like it comes when it's light out and it leaves its home at night.
Yeah.
And bats can also be familiars, can't they?
I mean, I suppose.
Maybe. I wouldn't. As a character, Ember has no idea because I've only known Kai.
No, like this is Maddie asking. Bats can be familiars, right?
Oh,
I mean,
I
most
believe
things
so.
can, yeah.
So yeah, you go over to investigate.
yeah.
Ember.
Yes.
Mhm.
and
Kai looks very proud of themselves. Very
It's-
proud.
you've done wonderfully. I don't know what you've done, but you are very proud.
As,
Hello.
As you look, and the shadow being cast by the statue
that?
on the back of the alcove reveals a crawl space.
Oh.
Okay.
Which one is it? Is it
I
this?
would-
No. Was it this one?
The middle on the side here.
The
There you go.
bat would be
Oh.
middle right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
I would like to check for traps.
That's a really small crawl space, though. That's tiny.
You guys are about to find out something about Amaris real quick. Amaris is a changeling, so she's going to shrink her
What?
sizes.
What do you mean? What? You're just gonna drop that? You
Yeah.
just like and
Amaris
You
comes over
just-
next to you, Ember, and just seems to
Just
oh, that
kind of
looks quite
reduce
small.
in size.
What?
To kind of halfling size, Amaris?
Yeah, about.
I want to say that when you do that, it's just the three things that go through Ember's head are, oh, so it is everyone's quite small and Hugh's the tallest, and then 2, just goes, does it hurt? And 3, the last thing is, does your brother do the same thing?
No.
It didn't immediately manifest in you, Amaris, so maybe later.
Yeah, I don't know if he can or if it skips or like what kind of thing it is. It just kind of happened, and yeah. So
This raises a lot of questions.
I looks over to everyone else like we all saw that, right? I asked Kai to go with Amaris just for some extra light.
Yeah. Okay, so Amaris, you shrink down, and there's this kind of dancing firelight behind you as you make
Straight
your
up
way
Mario's.
into. Yes. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Before she does, she looks at Kai and goes, "Can I get switches? Because you're such a good."
And Kai would probably be like, "Yo, Scritches, what up?"
And then she like does the scritches right under his chin, and then he's like, "Okay, let's go."
For what it's worth, Hugh did not see any of this. He is locked in on this lizard statue. He is convinced that these things move, and like he did not.
Noted.
Did you see that?
Walker, Hugh.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it.
Okay, good. So I'm not understood. Well, I suppose if I can be made of fire, this is a regular occurrence then.
No.
Just nods.
I'm sorry, you can be.
You
what
have
now?
that. Oh, not quite. A little bit different. Sometimes I'm filled with so much. I mean, just dust self off. I am radiating ash on occasion, and I like clap my hands together, and a little puff cloud comes up.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I suppose we have that little tunnel, it gets through the little thing. It's like, oh yes, that would be useful. Regardless.
So yeah, Amaris, you go worming your way down there, and it kind of loops back around towards the entrance, and you find a small room at the end of the crawl space, hidden away here.
Okay.
And as you get there, where is it? Here we go. You see that there is a strange grid etched into the far wall of a stone chamber. And I'm going to drop it in the Discord for you. I won't put this on screen for chat because it's literally just a bunch of squares.
Okay.
Squares?
There you go.
Is squares.
Huh?
It is
Yeah,
squares.
you weren't. Not kidding.
For chat, I would like to clarify that let's count.
I will show chat. To be, it's
It's just a bunch of squares.
9 of them are a slightly different color.
that is true.
A darker chestnut color.
There
As
you go, chat.
opposed to a sandstone color.
Sorry, it's slightly off center because of my window.
Hang on.
Oh,
No,
we're
you
playing
guys are good.
Minecraft now.
It might. Okay, the thing is, Empress not gonna think of this, but like, Scarlett's played too much Wordle.
Have we considered the fact that she might not be here she says she is?
I mean, she's always been really. Hang on. No, I'm in like. I wish I could share my screen right now.
He has moved his attention to the Jaguar. Statue. And he hears Waku whisper what he said, and he loudly responds like he's got hands on the Jaguar and like a foot on it, trying to like make it bow or something.
Or he's just like writes up in the Jaguars. He's like, "Waymark, you are my favorite."
I really wish I could share my screen right now. Oh my
So-
god!
What you doing,
You don't
Sparrow?
know. I don't know about it. Ah!
Hold on. Because does
Oh.
Amaris
does the
tells-
Player
hall
Scarlet's
echo?
so excited.
Sorry, Amaris.
Like, does the little chamber hallway that I crawled through echo?
Yeah, to an extent.
Hey guys!
Yes.
There's this weird grid thing on the wall.
Can you? Oh, who did it? It was Hugh. Can you? Was it Hugh? Can you take or can you use charcoal or something on it?
Oh, that's a great idea. Hold on. Can I check for is it trapped? Because I'm not.
Yeah,
touching
is it
that thing
trapped?
yet?
Roll me investigation or perception.
Okay. Cool.
I hate that no one can see what I'm doing right now.
Hey, Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's another nat 20.
Nice. Get rid of them all here, where there's nothing to find.
Cool. So then she is gonna take out like a little piece of like how big is it?
It's fairly decent. I think you. I mean, you could just count.
So she would just draw it
You
out.
just count it and then you
Yeah,
can like, scratch
draw
it
it
in the
out.
dust on the floor. Yeah.
Oh my
She
god! Oh
would
my god!
draw it out on
I
her
mean,
little
Kai's
piece of paper,
helping.
like do, and then kind of like crawl back out enough and stick her head out and go, here you go.
So yeah, so Amaris like, scratches it in the dust, and then Kai burns the dust in those squares.
No. Ah! Okay, sorry. I'm freaking out because I had a hunch, and
Yes, go.
Okay. The thing is, just does Ember think the same thing?
It's okay. It's okay.
But I don't wanna meta it.
No, that's the whole thing, though. This is a puzzle adventure. You're supposed to do it as players.
Okay, so as Kai comes back with the rabbit and we're kind of figuring it out, looks over to here, Waku is still at the thing count. What are you doing with the letters?
I'm sorry?
What are you doing with the letters again?
The letters?
Sorry. That's why that's where I'm at because Embra is looking at the piece of paper. Assumedly, you handed it.
She just stuck her hand out and then crawled
sorry, then.
back to the thing to make sure that we didn't need anything.
As Embra holds up the letter, the piece of the rubbing, and is counting out. It's okay, there are these many squares, and there's these many squares, and the only other thing to count aside from the statues are the letters on the thing on the riddle, and I'm in the middle of doing it, so I'm gonna leave it to everyone else because because I feel like they're freaking out because I'm freaking out, but I don't know if they would. It's hard right now, dude. I don't know what to say. It's they start to put letters from the thing into the squares.
Okay.
Because I'm drawing this with a mouse. You gotta understand, it's so much slower.
No problem.
Caster. It's Caster.
Waku, you mentioned something, a suspicion about Amaris's shape changing.
Yes, I did, but nobody else picked up on it. So
Please
nobody.
feel free to confront her if you like, whilst Ember's feverishly scratching in the dirt.
So while she's feverishly scratching in the dirt, I noticed that you changed shape.
I mean, it just shrunk, but yeah.
So how long have you been doing that?
Years?
From when? And
I don't know. Time's a weird soup. I don't.
cool.
Why?
Because
That's
let's
a weird thing to keep from us.
It is a weird thing to keep. Also,
Wasn't
If-
keeping and it just hasn't been useful.
If I was a person that could change shape,
You are a person that can change shape, though.
well, like on command,
You can, though. You get yourself really scary, no?
I mean, like to a desired form that is alterable.
I mean, I haven't tried to change, like, who I am entirely. I don't know what you mean. Like, is that what you're trying to say? Is that I'm not me?
I
Because all I did
mean,
was strength.
if I were a person that could change shape and choose the shape in which I presented, I would definitely pick a person who had a claim on a kingdom.
Because that would be what I would think to do with it.
To be fair, when you met her, she had no idea, and she was told by the Aarakocra as you left the monastery.
Oh wait, really?
I mean, I would also claim to have no idea.
Actually, no, that's not true.
No, she knew about it a little bit
yeah,
before.
I'm just remembering. Sorry.
Not the entire time, but
Yeah,
like she's known about it for a little bit.
Yeah, that's why you know
Just
some
enough
of
to,
the language and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as the tail end of that conversation goes on, you just hear like slight squawking, and when you turn, Ember is sparking little embers of like little flickers of like excitement, and they've never done this before. They feel and act a lot more like Kai did just then when they were very proud of themselves, and they're like, and they like run up and they're like, it's this, and then they go over and they try to tear off some of the cloth and just put it over one of the eyes of the thing. For context, I put it in the Discord. And I don't know if you want to show the chat at home what it
Oodalali.
what and it just
Well done.
Good job, Scarlet.
Yes, indeed.
Use the portal.
If you put
this moment.
If you put all the words from the pedestal riddle into the squares without spaces, the dark colored squares spell cover eyes.
Hugh reads, I'm assuming that like you've been scrawling this in the floor or like
Yeah, on the piece of paper that Amaris just gave.
Yeah. And Hugh picks it up and he reads it and he's like, well, this is positively neurotic, but okay, and then he covers his own eyes.
No, Hugh, I believe it. Just,
Do we have to cover all of them or just the back?
I think the statues. It says eyes plural. Oh, I suppose creatures have more than one set of eyes, but still.
Cyclopat.
Cyclops being like, thank you for the recognition. But
Let's try it. Okay. So yeah,
Just
Hugh will
slaughter
start
your around.
assisting and covering up these statue eyes.
Okay, so yeah, you just tear off pieces of cloth and blindfold each statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And as you blindfold the final statue, there is a grinding sound of stone.
Yes!
And the pedestal in the center of the room starts to turn and spin in place. And as it does, the triangles of the square hatch on top, twist and move aside, and a puzzle cube emerges with the image of Papazotl on its surface.
Yes!
Amaris goes in and does the same thing with the ball bearing bag and the
Just in
puzzle
case.
and does the
You check it for traps. There is no pressure plates on this one.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Alright.
Yay!
Yoink.
Was right!
I think a
Cube
Cobalt like
get.
perched up in the shadows, like watching just for like making notes on the clipboard. Is like as if we did the same thing twice.
Oh, is that why it's in common?
Ah.
Okay, congratulations. You have.
I have 2 of these now. And she's just kind of like,
You have your second puzzle cube, and you have solved the riddle of Papazottle's shrine.
That was impressive. I wouldn't have thought of that at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
also,
I'm sorry. Was that okay? I was so worried that I was. If it's not too meta.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
I know, but still.
No, go on. You know what it's supposed to, like in puzzles in this situation. Yeah, players' ideas are characters' ideas. It's absolutely okay. It's absolutely okay. Absolutely okay. Yes. Yeah, because
also, if I wasn't who I said I was, why would I be helping you?
I mean,
But you wouldn't
that's no, it's
Exactly.
it's super obvious why you'd be helping me, like, or helping us, because like we're helping you, like. This
Oh, that's
kingdom,
true.
as it stands at current, is not rulable.
But Waku, like gestures, like Ember raises a hand. I can change my size and form. Remember, I shrunk 2 inches.
I think you understand what I mean, though.
But I didn't do anything except shrink.
Oh, I guess that's fair. Could have been.
They didn't turn into a dragon to make you mad or anything.
That's fair.
I don't know if I could. I mean, the only thing I've tried is shrinking.
So you talking
get
about this
taller?
and looking at this
I don't know, I haven't
second
tried.
puzzle cube, talking amongst yourselves, like step out towards the glowing portal that is the brightly sunlit exterior here, and towards the water there. You don't see any crocodiles in the water there. You kind of wade back out the entrance. Seems to be still some commotion as they're hunting for remnants of jerky off in the far corner. You do also see there is a much larger mother crocodile at the back there.
I'm
But
glad we did the jerky.
and you proudly think on this distraction for the crocodiles and how you solved the puzzle, and stride out through the water back towards dry land and to investigate the other ruins in this neighborhood. And that's when there is the and all of you feel a sharp pain in your neck, and then your view of the city starts to swim before your eyes, and you stagger in the water, holding on to the columns at the entrance of the temple, and there is a faint sound, and you see various brightly colored small upright figures leaping across stones with blowguns being put into slings on their belts, and one of them croaks, "Which one?" And a brightly coloured underling points towards Embra. "That one! The fire! The fire! Nang Nang has shown us the way!" And they all leap forward, and there is a flurry of movement as Kai is bundled into a chainmail sack. And
Rude.
you're not going to do that one. And the last thing that Waku, Hugh, and Damaris see before their vision blurs into darkness and the soporific poisons of the grung take you out is Embra, limp between some of these frogs, being hauled away. "We shall have our revenge. The UNT will burn." And that is where we shall finish for today.
I'm gonna be used as a bomb.
You're
Oh
in-
no!
Okay, thank you, everybody.
It would be the frogs.
Okay,
Frogs.
so, frags.
Damn
Cursed
frogs.
frags. Right, okay. Thank you, dear friends. Let us wrap things up there. A massive thank you to all of you over there in chat as well. Lovely to have you here, new friends and old alike. Thank you for all of the... Oh, look at that. Someone to smite with the banhammer as we go on our merry way. I love how it doesn't even work. Like, just the link they try and post just gets completely gone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Right. So, as you leave this scene here, we shall join Waku, Hugh, Amaris, and another figure that was observing this scene. As we switch one Aussie for another, I just got confirmation that a certain Briefcase Brown will be subbing in for a moment.
No!
Briefly. No. Ever so brief.
Hidoku.
I just got confirmation in the session there.
That's fine.
So yes, who will they be playing, and how will our adventurers exact their revenge on these evil grung that have stolen away their celestial buddy? Right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. No worries, Phantom. Thank you. Okay. So. Thank you, dear players. Let us see where people can find you on the material plane before we head off on our adventures. Amaris, how about you, good self?
Oh, I'm Maddie. You can find me here every other Friday for Candlekeep Mysteries, here on Sundays for Tomb of Annihilation. Occasionally I show up on QuestJunkiesUK, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, etc.
Yay, thank you.
Yay.
And Hugh, you good self?
Hello, everybody. I am Colby. I play Hugh the Echo Knight Fighter, and excuse me. On the material plane, I am one half of Vexed Vending. We are a creative vending group here in Central Florida that uses vending machines to help some small artists, makers, and creators get their stuff out to our tourists here in Central Florida without having to pay expensive booth fees or babysit their stuff. So we are on Instagram. If you're ever in the area, do check us out. Thank you, John.
Kindly. Thank you. And Waku?
Hi, I'm Waku, otherwise known as Josh. I'm a simulacrum built for the express purpose of playing Dungeons & Dragons and other tabletop RPGs. Please come back. You can find me here, same time next week, hopefully. When we don't play, I'm in extreme pain, so if we ever cancel, please think about me. Thank you.
Think of the kobolds. And last but not least, by any measure you care to employ, Embra.
Hello, everyone.
Froggied
I'm
away.
Scarlet Song. Froggied away. Hello, a typical would-be an Australian. Hi, everyone. I'm Scarlet Song. She, her. You're not a Lycan librarian. In terms of where I'm going to be, I'm on break actually from this week for a little bit. However, you can catch me occasionally on Quest Junkies, very much here on Mondays for the most part. And on my channel as well. In terms of things coming up on my YouTube channel, I'm going to be releasing a mini guide for Candela Obscura this week that I hope you check out in celebration of Candela Obscura week. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day and take care.
Thank you. And we are Phoenix Iwaki, play lots of D&D and other TTRPGs, and we will be back Tuesday nights or Wednesday morning, depending where you are in the world, for the start and the premiere of our brand new campaign as we play Humblewood's Trial by Fire with these wonderful people. Join myself and the fabulous Cinder Scoria, aka Jazz, the wonderful Oboe Lauren, the awesome Ludus Rex, and the fantastic Unseelie Jess as they embark on their first. We've had various humble folk scattered throughout the Wakiverse so far, but this is our first dedicated Humblewood campaign. It is the original campaign from the first book, and we are very excited to be joined by these wonderful people. And to have a special sponsor this time, thanks to our friend Lauren, who is the representative of the fantastic Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, which means we will have a chest code available for you every single session. So different code every week. So grab yourself a fancy chest of goodies to play that awesome game. If you want to check out the game, it's really fun, and you can enjoy the various famous characters and heroes of D&D lore, as well as lots and lots of fabulous add-ins from various popular actual plays from around the internet. Really fun game. And check that out there. And we will, of course, be brought from our friends at CZRPG, Phoenix Dice, and Trollord Games as well. With, of course, kicking off for the premiere, a fabulous giveaway of Trollord Games goodies for that. Really going to be a great time. So I hope you can join us for that. It's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, or 10 a.m. Japanese time on Wednesday, if you're over this side of the world. And really excited. We had a really fun Session 0 offline where they were enjoying the wonders of the Witchlight Carnival for reasons which will become clear. And then you can jump in and see all these wonderful folks as we get the adventure started. Very excited for that. Do check out our Discord to get the sneak peeks of the fabulous art from Emma City Art, which is being released at the moment. We've released 2 of the characters so far, and can't wait to reveal the other 2. And then later in the week, we will be back with the Candela Obscura crew. Not Candela Obscura, sorry, the Candlekeep Mysteries crew. Sorry, different candles. The Candlekeep Mysteries crew on Saturday or Friday night, and then later on Saturday, the awesome Fandelver and Below group as they return to town with Solaris' mother in tow, a green dragon defeated, and a level up gained. So, thank you so much, everyone. Absolute pleasure as always. Speaking of Candela Obscura, I misspoke there because it was on my mind. Stay tuned. We are too busy during Candela week, but we do have Candela Obscura goodies on the way. So it is summer vacation now, finally, over this end of things. So some of my school visits are on break, and I intend to fill that time with some horror and mystery.
I miss Pepper so much.
Yes.
I love my girl.
We have some new investigators lined up to jump into things, so very excited to see how that goes. Don't miss all of that. Again, jump into the Discord if you want the news of that as it comes out. If you want to check out those VODs over on the YouTube, there they are. Oh, no, mistyped. Sorry. Behave us.
Did you put up the second episode yet?
Candela, no, sorry, not yet. But all of the one shots are updated now. So all of the anniversary week streams and everything are up there. And all those
such
fab
a baby
one shots
then.
from before, right? Yes, thank you everybody. And look forward to seeing you next time. Let's head off raiding. See who's on at the moment. Buddy, Darling Creepshow is playing.
Heck yeah.
The spaces between. So let's go and see what Creep's up to. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Absolute pleasure as always. Stick around for the raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as I like to say around these parts, Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.